Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever, picked up the tab at a really nice dinner? Not because you wanted to, but because you felt like you had to.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe you bought a car that stretches your budget just because it's what people in your field are, supposed to drive.
Right, exactly. Well, today we are doing a deep dive into excerpts from The Mindful Wallet. We're looking specifically at what the authors call the money status script.
Yeah, and how to rewrite those deeply ingrained financial beliefs that keep us, well, constantly performing for other people.
Because it takes so much energy, right?
It really does. I mean, it's wild how much energy goes into keeping up appearances.
Mm.
We saw this perfectly in the sources with Mei Ling.
Ah, yeah, the entrepreneur.
Right. She's a 32-year-old entrepreneur based in Johor Bahru. And I mean, if you scroll her Instagram, her life is just meticulously curated. The business looks booming. The vacations are flawless.
But behind the scenes,
Yeah.
she is completely burnt out.
Exactly. Social gatherings have just become these crushing arenas where she feels immense pressure to, constantly prove she's keeping pace with her peers.
It sounds less like success and more like, I don't know, a subscription service for self-esteem.
A subscription service. I like that.
Yeah, you have to keep paying the monthly fee, buying the new designer bag, picking up the tab, just to keep your confidence from being canceled. So why do incredibly capable, smart people willingly sign up for that kind of exhausting subscription?
Well, what's fascinating here is that the root cause almost always points back to early conditioning. When Mei Ling analyzed her own financial scripts, she realized that growing up, her parents mostly offered praise when she achieved something highly visible.
Like bringing home top grades or winning an award.
Spot on. So she was effectively trained to believe that admiration and love are conditional on external proof.
Meaning, if people can't see your success, it doesn't count.
Yes, and the emotional cost of linking your self-worth to your net worth is severe. When your identity is that fragile, chronic comparison isn't just a bad habit.
It's a survival mechanism.
Exactly. Your brain constantly scans your environment, and if you aren't visibly ahead of the pack, it interprets that as a literal threat to your social standing.
Okay, I totally get how we get trapped in this,
Yeah.
but here's where it gets really interesting. How do you actually break that loop?
Well, the sources talk about a CBT tool called the thought scan to catch what they call ghosts we think.
Wait, so if I'm at a dinner party and I suddenly feel inadequate about my car compared to everyone else's, is just labeling that thought a ghost really going to stop me from feeling terrible? That sounds, I don't know, a bit too easy to work in the heat of the moment.
I know, it sounds simple, but there's actual neurology at play here. When you actively pause to label the thought as a ghost, you are forcing your brain to switch processing.
Like from the emotional amygdala to the logical prefrontal cortex.
Exactly. You aren't just telling yourself to ignore the urge to impress people. You are literally interrupting the brain's automatic stress loop.
Oh, wow, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
You're shifting gears mechanically in your brain.
Yep. And the two most common ghosts driving this script are mind reading.
Oh, where you just assume your friends are actively judging your lifestyle, which they rarely are.
Right. And then there's unfair comparison, where you compare someone else's highlight reel to your own behind-the-scenes struggles.
Ah, so by catching the ghost, Mei Ling was able to short-circuit that amygdala hijack. Instead of performing for the crowd, she started asking herself, who am I when no one is watching?
Right. She used the thought scan to catch those distortions in real time, which gave her the space to reframe her core belief to, my worth isn't something I need to prove.
That is a massive shift. My worth isn't something I need to prove. It completely cancels that exhausting subscription service.
Definitely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, authentic confidence always replaces the fragile identity built on visible wealth.
Right, when you stop using money to buy respect.
Yes, you reclaim your mental bandwidth and your financial resources to build a life that actually aligns with your internal values.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Rewriting the money status script isn't about never buying nice things again. It's about shifting your motivation.
Exactly. True success feels internally aligned and peaceful, not like a high-pressure performance where you need a receipt to prove your value.
Which leads us with a final question to mull over. Think about your life right now. If you knew absolutely no one would ever see or know about your next big purchase, would you still buy it?